So once again, I'm here with a new video for you all, and in this video we are going to discuss about the reduced syllabus for the year 2022-23, okay, for ICSE exams. Now when we talk about this reduced syllabus, especially a few topics have been taken out and you should know, and accordingly you should prepare yourself. And before I proceed, I must remind you once again, as always, do subscribe the channel, and also don't forget to share the link of this video with your friends and classmates. Okay? Now, first of all, when we have to discuss about the reduced syllabus, the first topic comes here is actually the topographical sheets. Right? Now, under the topographical sheets, you will find number 1, for locating features with the help of 4-figure grid reference. 4-figure grid reference, not the 6-figure. Okay, keep this in mind very clearly. 6-figure has been actually reduced now. It is not there in the syllabus this time, right? So just to locate the different features with the help of 4-figure grid reference. That is one thing. Number 2, definition of contour and contour interval. That is important. And identification of various landforms marked by contours. Now, which landforms? Actually, just a few you have to study here. These are the different type of slopes, okay, the steep slope, gentle slope and all that, and the hill, conical hill. And besides that, all other landforms like valley, ridge, plateau, water divide, escarpment are not there in the syllabus. This is about the contours. Now next is methods of showing altitude. Besides contours, you will find the other methods which are used in the topographical sheets are triangulated height, then spot height, then benchmark height, and the relative height and relative depth. All these are there. Okay, nothing has been taken out this time. So all this you have to study. Now next point is the interpretation of the color tints, right? According to the different colors, what does it interpret, or what type of, you can say, the occupation, we can say that if any area is yellow colored, what occupation we can relate with that. If it is green colored, what is the occupation related to it. So for color, we need to know that what does it interpret. Okay, so all these colors, the interpretation of color tints are there in your syllabus. Nothing has been reduced in that. Okay, so like white color, green color, yellow color, and along with that the conventional symbols are also there. In that also nothing has been taken out. So all the conventional symbols you have to go through. Then after this, the next thing is identification and definition of types of scale. Now for that you should understand the different type of scales which are used in the maps in general, and especially in the topo sheets, right? In reference of topo sheet, what different type of scales are used, and especially the RF method. Clear? So that is one thing, and besides that, one more very important thing is there which you should mark in this case, that is measuring the direct distance. Only the distance measurement is there, only the direct measurement. Okay, direct distance has to be measured. No indirect distance has to be measured this time. That means in our syllabus earlier, there were 2 types of distance measurement. One was direct, the other was indirect. Okay, with the help of thread and all, we used to measure that. Now this time, it's only direct distance which will come in the exam. And the indirect distance has been taken out totally. And calculation of area, it is there as the earlier papers. This time also the calculation of area will be there. Then next is the marking of directions between different locations, or using 8 cardinal points. All these are there in the syllabus. Next point is to identify the site of prominent villages. Okay, villages and towns. Then type of land use, what type of land use we can find, and means of communication with the help of the index given at the bottom of the sheet. All these we have to cover. Then identification of drainage. Under this you will have to study the direction of flow of the river, Okay, its left and right bank and the pattern of drainage, right? The drainage pattern includes now the dendritic pattern, trellised and radial pattern. Okay, again I am repeating, dendritic, trellised and radial. This time disappearing and undefined drainage pattern is not there now in the syllabus. Okay, and the nature of streams you have to study. So under streams, what you all have to study now, under drainage you will find the direction of flow, then left and right bank of any river, then the different drainage patterns, especially three patterns are there, dendritic, trellised and radial, and the nature of stream, like it is seasonal or perennial, what evidences you can give in support of it. So all these things you have to study, right? Then it comes the identification of settlement patterns. Now when we say the identification of settlement patterns, in this you will have to study the scattered and compact settlement. Only scattered and compact settlement. Isolated and linear settlement patterns are not there again in the syllabus. Okay, this time. Then next is identification of natural and man-made features. This is very important. Under this you will have to identify like broken ground, forest, rivers, islands, rocky knobs, streams, tanks, then sluice, okay, siphon, then diggy, overhead tank, roads, car track, settlements and many more as per the syllabus. Okay, so some are natural, some are man-made features, so it can come in the exam, so please cover it properly, right? Now comes the map work. Okay, after the topographical sheets, like topographical sheets will be of 10 marks, okay, and 10 marks will be the map work this time in the exams. So map work include under this you will find the mountains, peaks and plateaus. Under mountains, peaks and plateaus you have to cover all these like Himalayas, Karakoram, Aravalis, Vindhyas, Satpura, Western and Eastern Ghats. Okay, Nilgiris, Mount Godwin Austen and Mount Kanchenjunga, both the peaks are there, and Deccan Plateau and Chota Nagpur Plateau, both the you can say the plateaus are also there. Nothing has been reduced in the syllabus. Only the thing which has been reduced is under the mountains, it's Garo, Khasi and Jayantia hills. Okay, so it's not there in the syllabus, otherwise rest all will be there like the earlier syllabus only. Okay, now next is the plains. Under the plains you will find the Gangetic plains. Gangetic plains are there in the syllabus, and under the coastal plains we had the three plains on the western coast. Okay, the Konkan, Kanara and Malabar. Out of that only Konkan and Malabar are there. Kanara coastal plain is not there in syllabus, right? And the eastern coastal plain you had to do earlier, the Northern Sarkars and Coromandel, both these are there. Okay, so we can say that out of all the plains, right, coastal plains and the Gangetic plains, only the thing which has been reduced now is Kanara plain. Rest all are there in syllabus. Okay, then comes the Indian desert, the Great Indian Desert or the Thar Desert. It is there in the syllabus, right? Now next topic is the rivers. Okay, under rivers you will find Indus, Jhelum, Satluj, Ganga, Yamuna, Kosi, Chambal, Betwa, Damodar, Brahmaputra, Narmada, Tapti, Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, Tungabhadra. All these rivers are there in syllabus, right? And which all have been taken out. All these include Chenab. You can note it down. Chenab is not there, Beas is not there, then Gomti, Ghagra, Gandak and Son. All these rivers are not there in the syllabus this time. I hope this is clear to you. Now come to the water bodies. Under water bodies we were having actually a few gulfs and the strait now and a few lakes also. Now under this you will have to cover Gulf of Kutch and Gulf of Khambat both. Okay. Now Gulf of Mannar is not there this time in the syllabus. Okay. And Andaman Sea you will have to cover, and Chilka Lake and Wooler Lake, both the lakes are there. So what you have to leave, one is the Gulf of Mannar and the other one is the Park Strait. These two things have been taken out. Okay, this time in the syllabus of ICSE. And next is about the passes. Both the passes are there, nothing has been taken out. So Karakoram Pass and Nathula Pass, both you will have to practice. Okay, next is the latitude and longitudes, both are there. The latitude, actually we had to study earlier about the Tropic of Cancer, and the longitude was the standard meridian of India. Both these are there in the syllabus this time, so you have to practice both. Okay, about the direction of winds, in direction of winds you will have to practice the southwest monsoons, both the branches of southwest monsoons, means Arabian Sea branch and Bay of Bengal branch. Okay, and along with this the northeast monsoons also you should practice. Just one thing has been taken out, that is the western disturbances, or you can say the temperate cyclones. So leaving just that, you have to practice the the monsoons. Okay, southwest monsoons and northeast monsoons all. Next is the distribution of minerals. Now under minerals, if you remember, in regarding the oil reserves, okay, the oil fields, we had to cover earlier the two things. The one was the offshore oil field, okay, and the other one was onshore oil field, right? So onshore, or you can say the dig buoy, right, this is not there in the syllabus this time. Only one you have to mark, that is the offshore oil field, right? Its name is Mumbai High. So number one is that. And regarding iron, you have to mark the Singhbum, as you have to practice it. And coal also, the Jharia coal field you have to practice. So out of the distribution of minerals, just one thing has been taken out, that is dig buoy. Okay, rest all are there as it is. Then soil distribution, under soil distribution only in the map work, right? In the chapter you have to study, but in the map work only the alluvial black and red soil you have to practice, not laterite. Okay, this time laterite soil has not to be covered in the map work for the exams, board exams, right? Now come to next, the cities. Regarding cities, Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, Chennai, Hyderabad, Bengaluru, Kochi, Prayagraj and Allahabad. Prayagraj or Allahabad, you can say, the same name is there. So you will have to practice all these except the three which are given just after that. Srinagar is not there this time, Jaipur is not there, and Visakhapatnam is not there. Okay, rest all you have to practice. Then come to population. Regarding population, generally it comes like the question like in the southern region, in South India, mark one densely populated region or densely populated state, or mark one sparsely populated state in the northeast, right? So in this manner you have to practice the dense and sparse population in the case of India. Okay, now come to the next thing. One chapter is there which is actually physical features of India. Physical features of India, it has been clearly mentioned that this chapter has to be covered in the form of map only, right? Otherwise it won't come. Clear? Now come to the next chapter, that is climate. Now come to the next chapter, that is climate. Regarding climate, you have to cover almost all topics: distribution of temperature, rainfall, winds in summer and winter seasons, factors affecting the climate of area, monsoons and its mechanism. Okay, the different seasons: March to May it is summer season, June to September it's monsoon season. Okay, southwest monsoon season. Then October to November it's retreating monsoon season, and December to February it is the winter monsoon season, or you can say the northeast monsoon season. So what is the condition in different parts of India during these seasons? So all these you will have to study. Now come to the next topic, that is the soil resources. Regarding soil resources, all the topics are there as it is: types of soil, alluvial, black and red and laterite soil. All four type of soils you have to study, their nature and what these are deficient in, okay, and in which areas these are found. So the distribution of these soils you should study. Okay, then composition and characteristics such as color, texture, minerals and crops associated to the to each type of soil, right? And besides this, the two major topics, that is soil erosion and soil conservation. Okay, soil erosion, its causes and prevention, and conservation of soil and the different methods under it what we use. Okay, so all these things are there in syllabus, so you have to cover the entire chapter. Next is the natural vegetation, importance of forest, and besides that the types of vegetation. So the importance of forest and types of vegetation, all the different types of vegetation we have to cover. Tropical evergreen, tropical deciduous, tropical desert, then littoral, okay, and mountain type. All 5 type of vegetations you have to cover. Then their distribution and correlation with their environment, how these are adapted according to the surrounding environment. So all these conditions you have to study. And then the last topic under this chapter is the forest conservation, that also you need to cover. Then next is the water resources. Regarding water resources, the various sources of water, okay, in India. So surface water and groundwater, various actually different sources under that you need to cover. And need for conservation of water and conservation practices what are actually being followed all over the country. Okay, then rainwater harvesting, again this is an important topic, rainwater harvesting and its importance. Then irrigation, its importance and various methods of irrigation. Okay, various methods of irrigation which are actually being used in different parts of India for agriculture purpose. Okay, so all this is there in the syllabus. Then come to next, mineral and energy resources. Under this, iron ore, manganese and copper. These are the 3 minerals we have to cover, their uses and their distribution, right? All these we have to cover, but only these 3, bauxite and limestone, these are not there in the syllabus this time. Okay, now come to the next topic is the conventional sources of energy. Under the conventional sources of energy, coal, petroleum, natural gas, all these are there, their distribution, advantages and disadvantages. And regarding the hydel power or hydroelectricity, Bhakra Nangal Dam and Hirakud Dam, right? There you can say the various states which have actually started with these 2 projects and which are getting benefited by these 2 projects, right? And the different purposes which are being fulfilled by these 2 hydroelectric projects. Okay, all this we have to study. Then non-conventional sources, solar, wind, nuclear and biogas. These all are there. That means we have to study about the important areas where these are found. Actually maximum use of these sources of energy can be found. The solar energy, wind energy, nuclear energy and biogas. Okay, their area and their advantages, that is there in the syllabus. And what is not there is, note it down again, tidal, geothermal, okay, tidal energy and geothermal energy. These 2 are not there in the syllabus this time. And one more thing, the disadvantages of non-conventional sources are also not there. Now come to the next chapter, that is agriculture. Under agriculture, the Indian agriculture, its importance, problems and various reforms, okay, regarding the problems which are being faced by the Indian agriculture, all the reforms which have been introduced by the government, all this you have to study. Okay, then types of farming which are being followed in India. Under that, subsistence and commercial farming, then intensive farming, extensive farming, plantation and mixed farming, all these are there. Just one type of farming or agriculture is not there in the syllabus this time, that is the shifting agriculture. Okay, so just cut that part and you don't have to cover this part, the shifting agriculture. Now come to the next topic under this chapter is agricultural seasons. All this you have to study. Okay, Rabi, Kharif and Zaid, the 3 seasons, what crops are grown during these 3 seasons, okay, and what is the duration, all these are important parts of it. Clear? Then come to the next topic under this, that is the climatic conditions and soil requirements, methods of cultivation, then processing and distribution of the following crops are there. That is under the you can say the food grains, rice, wheat and pulses. Okay, the food grains are rice, wheat and pulses. So under this you will find the millets are not there. Okay, millets, and then after that you will find soya bean is also there in your book. So please cut the millets and soya bean. Both these are not there in the syllabus this time. Millets means the coarser grains, we call millets. Okay, under this we include the ragi, jowar, bajra. So all these are not there this time. Okay, what about the beverages? Under beverages you will find the tea is there, but the coffee has been cut. Coffee is not there now. Okay, then besides this, the other cash crops, you can say sugar cane is there, oil seeds are there, and after that cotton is there and jute is there. All these are there in the cash crops. So only the things which have been cut in this chapter are shifting agriculture under the different types of farming or agriculture. Okay, shifting agriculture, and number 2 is the crops which are not there now are soya bean, then millets, all the 3 millets. Okay, then coffee and rubber. All these topics are not there, except all these you have to cover the entire chapter. Okay, now come to the next one, that is manufacturing industries. Under manufacturing industries you have to go through the importance and classification of these industries. Okay, the classification means the different types of classifications which are given there in your under this chapter, right? So the different types of industries you will have to study according to these classifications, and along with that the agro based industry, especially sugar and textile. Okay, these two are there. Under textile also cotton and silk are there, not the woolen textile. Okay, so this is about the agro based. What about the mineral based industry? Under mineral based industry you will find iron and steel industry is one. Under iron and steel industry only 2 industries you have to study. Number 1 is TISCO. Okay, TISCO, we also call it Tata Iron and Steel Company. Okay, so that is the Tata Steel, we also call it. So that is TISCO is there and Rourkela is there. The 2 industries just you have to study. Okay, and besides that petrochemical and electronics are there as it is. Okay, so you have to cover all this. And what is not there in the syllabus? In the iron and steel industries you will find Bhilai industry. Okay, Vishakhapatnam steel plant. Both these are not there this time. Okay, now come to the transport. Transport chapter is there, and in the transport chapter you will find importance of transport in India and the various modes of transport, roadways, railways, airways and waterways. All these are there. Okay, their advantages and disadvantages. Clear? So all of it you have to study. And under waste management, the last topic in your syllabus, and in this topic you will find the need for waste management you have to study. Okay, clear? So need for waste management is there. Then methods of safe disposal. Under the methods of safe disposal you will have to study about the segregation, dumping, composting. Okay, all these things you have to cover. And after that the need and methods for reducing, reusing and recycling of waste, or you can say the 3 R's, right? So generally the question comes on this also. This is an important topic. So all this you have to cover this time. But what is taken out of the entire this unit of waste management, you can mark it again. The impact of waste accumulation is not there in the syllabus, which includes spoilage of landscape, then pollution, health hazards and effects of waste accumulation on terrestrial and aquatic life. All these topics are not there this time in the syllabus what we have to cover for the boards, right? So that's all with the reduced syllabus of 2022-23 ICSE board exams, right? And I hope all the topics are now very clear to you, which topics you have to cover and which you don't have to cover at all, right? So take the best use of this video, right? And don't forget to share the link of this video with your friends and classmates. Okay, so see you soon in the next video. Till then, bye.